Hey, coach, let's talk about money messiness for a moment, okay? Because everyone has it, and there's no shame in having it. Money messiness makes you human, but it does not need to keep you from coaching women on money because guess what? They have money messiness too. I'm Kendall. Tune in to today's episode where I'm going to share with you what exactly is money messiness and specific reasons why it has nothing to do with your ability to coach other women and why it's time for you to stop carrying around any emotional baggage about it. I'm also going to give you my favorite way of how you can immediately make money messiness a thing of the past and replace it with clear, clean decisions that move you forward. It's all here for you in this episode of the Money Coach School podcast. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Money Coach School podcast. To really excel at coaching women, you have to be skilled, confident, and even fearless at money coaching. If you're passionate about women holding genuine money power and love supporting women entrepreneurs, then this is the show for you. Now here's your host, money feminist Kendall Summerhawk.
Hello, beautiful coach. I had recorded several episodes in advance in a batch and then had a break from recording. And now here I am back at it. So even though you've had a new episode every week, for me, it feels like it's been a while. So hello. At the time of recording this, it is spring, but here in Tucson where I live, spring is this itty bitty interlude between our beautiful winters and our insanely hot summers. It's already in the 90s here, or if you're in a country outside of the US, that's like 35 degrees Celsius. So it's already hot, but the days are absolutely gorgeous. The sunsets are spectacular. The stars are out. The afternoons and the evenings are still cool. And I am already using the longer days of daylight to fuel all of the creativity that I have for creating new freebies, new coach trainings, and new coach certifications for you. Speaking of which, if you're in my email community, then you often get early access to freebies and specials that I either don't give out to the public or I give out much, much later. So if you're not in my email community and you love being the first to get in on free trainings and free downloads and early pricing specials on courses, then you definitely want to come and join me. My email community is very special to me, and I would love to have you a part of it. You can get in by downloading one of my freebies. For example, you can download the 31 coaching questions that work with every client, or you can download my Word of the Year free training. And what I'll do is I'll link to both of those in the show notes here below this podcast episode. We've also just opened the door for enrollment to our next round of Secret Energy of Money. And let me talk about this for just a moment before we get into the heart of the episode here today, because Secret Energy of Money is my 90-day coaching personally with me. It's a mastermind coaching with me. Secret Energy of Money mentoring with me. It gives you something that no other program or course ever has, not just with me, but with anybody. And that is teaching you how to master your money emotions so that your next level income potential becomes fully available to you. And what I love so much about Secret Energy of Money, it's a container where we do a lot of coaching. I have all these amazing money coaching exercises that I teach you and coach you through. And they're all based on principles that boil down to one core discovery that I made, which is that every business challenge, from launches to list building, from pricing to publicity and so much more, it has its roots in your money emotions. And ignoring money emotions means money blocks get to take hold. And no matter what income level you're at now, once you master your money emotions, you can start creating tangible, bankable, next level success in your business. You start hitting your goals. You release money drama. You have power in your relationship with money, and money blocks fade away, and business challenges become solvable every time. So inside Secret Energy of Money, you got 5 practical money how-tos. There's actually more than that, but 5 practical money how-to tools. Plus you get the deep soul mentoring with me on how to apply and customize each money tool to you and to your business. And we focus a lot, especially in this new round, we're going to be focusing a lot on creating the overflow effect, which is one of the most life-changing money concepts that I get so excited to teach you. So, Secret Energy of Money, it's open right now for enrollment. You can check that out at secretenergyofmoney.com. Enrollment will close at the end of this month, and then we will start a wait list for the next round in the fall. So I'll drop a link in the show notes below this episode so you can come check that out. Let's talk about money messiness. I think this is so relevant and so needed to be heard today more than ever. As women in the coaching space, there can be this pressure to think that you can't coach on something that you're not perfect with yet, or that you can't coach on something that you're not miles ahead of your clients with yet. And this is such a false belief. It's like thinking you can't coach a client on how to make more money if you've not hit a big income goal yet, or that you can't coach on money if you have debt, or if you have up and down money months. So I want you to really listen up here. Because money messiness, it's a reality for most people. And I really don't know anyone who does not have some money messiness somewhere in their life or business. Maybe you have debt. Maybe you're making money, but you're still running very close to the bone in your bank account, meaning just enough, no overflow. Maybe you have unresolved money conversations in your relationships, those money conversations that need to happen, that you've been putting off. Maybe you have past successes in other areas of your life, but your coaching business is still needing to gain income momentum. Maybe you're great at helping your spouse or your partner bring in the bucks, but for you, it hasn't happened so much yet. Or maybe your money messiness is on the emotional side, where you're feeling resentful, or you have a lot of negative thoughts and self-talk about money. There are so many different examples of money messiness, and the thing is this, none of it matters. None of it matters at all. So today I want to give you 2 reasons why none of this makes any difference in your ability to coach others. And I'm also going to give you quick start steps that you can take to start cleaning up that money messiness. All right. So reason number 1 of why none of this makes any difference in your ability to coach others right now is this. Money messiness represents your past. It represents past decisions, past emotions, past relationships, past priorities, past beliefs, past thinking. It's all your past. It probably even represents generational past. And if you keep bringing the past with you, well, then you're doomed to always repeat it. The only way to break that cycle is to get clear on your money future. Your money future is what you want to start prioritizing now. Your money future is what you want to start visualizing, getting clear about, acting on now. Because if you keep letting the past define you, then you are only your past, and that is a fixed, no-growth way of living one's life. But when you start living now, today, from your money future, then it's your future that is defining you. You're becoming that person. You're becoming her. So to support you with this, the coaching questions I have for you are, what do you want your money future to look like? I mean, really, take each item you feel is part of money messiness and decide a brighter, different future about it. Just decide. No excuses, no justifying, no trying to be practical, no knowing the how. None of that. Just decide. Everything starts with a decision. Your future starts with a decision. Just decide what you want each area where you currently experience money messiness to look like in the future. This is decision time. So for example, what do you want debt to look like? Is it gone or is it partially gone? If you can't imagine being debt-free, why not? What if that were possible? What if you did not have to give up living a life you love to be debt-free? Keep asking, what if that were possible? Oh gosh, I just love that question. It's like one of my current favorites. Or if you have money messiness with your business income needing to gain momentum, what do you want your business income to look like? Again, this is simply making a decision about that past money messiness into your money future. Or think about the money conversations that need to happen in your relationships. What kind of outcome do you want to imagine about those? I know this sounds ridiculously simple, but it is this simple. You're freeing yourself from the past simply by making a different decision about your money future. And yes, you're going to have to do the inner work. You're going to have to learn new skills. You're going to have to stop avoiding, and you're going to need to be brave. But you can do that. You're a coach, so of course you can do that. All right, reason number 2 why none of this makes any difference in your ability to coach others right now is this: you're human. And even better, you're a coaching human. I just love that. What that means is that you have the opportunity to self-evaluate. You have the opportunity to learn new skills and invest in your self-growth as a business expense. I mean, how cool is that, right? It's actually one of the best things about being a coach, I think, is that your self-growth is a vital part of your business. I just think that is amazing. It's like one of the best things ever. I always say clients don't want a coach who is perfect. They want a coach who is on her path. Because what happens when you are on your path is you have personal integrity. You're doing the work. You feel good about where you're headed. And all of that gives you confidence. It gives you what I call self-actualized authority. In other words, authority from the inside out. It gives you direction and it gives you purpose. You don't have to be perfect, and you do not have to have reached any of your money goals yet. Don't worry, you will. The level of power you tap into when you're focused on your money future is immeasurable. It is priceless. And I really think that you have to feel it to believe it, but it's real and it's there for you. So the steps here are really simple. Step number 1, stop letting the past define you. The past is not you. It's simply past decisions that you made, nothing more. So please, for the love of all things coaching, have compassion for yourself and accept that money messiness is just an experience that you're having based on past decisions. Step number 2, list out everything that feels like money messiness to you. Just list it like you're making a list of something to buy at the grocery store. What I mean is keep the emotion out of it. Don't create a big story about anything on that list. Don't make excuses. Don't blame, shame, or guilt yourself. The list does not mean anything about who you are in your heart and soul as a human being. It's just a list of money messiness. That's it. Step number 3, for each item on that list, create the money future that you want. And this is where you have to be really disciplined about not letting the past creep in and define you. So, for example, I remember in the very early days of my business, I remember being in debt. My business was new, and I was not making very much money. I was just starting to figure out that coaching women entrepreneurs was like the best freaking niche on the planet. So I was just getting going. I was just getting some traction. And one piece of my money messiness at that time was I had no savings, I had no cushion, I had no overflow. I did not have overflow in my bank account, I did not have any savings, and I had debt. But what I did back then was I decided that my money future was going to include a retirement cushion. Now, at that time, I did not even know what that meant. I just liked the sound of it, a retirement cushion. And I let myself dream about what that amount would be, and I decided that was what I was going to create. And that one decision helped me prioritize my income goals, my savings goals, and getting to be debt-free. Now, all of that took time, but I didn't change my decision about my money future. I held on to it. I loved it. I nurtured it. I dreamt about it. And along the way, I started making money. I started making a lot of money. I mean, if you're new to me in the show, I'll tell you that actually since 2008, I've made nearly $30 million. That's a lot of money. And in the early days before all that, I met a financial planner. And when I shared that decision about my money future with him, he gave me advice on what it could look like. So, hey, now I was super motivated. And here I am here today with that retirement savings totally done. It's there and it's waiting for me to activate when the time is right. I will begin tapping into it. I'm not going to do that now. That's in the future, but it's there for me. It's been done for a few years now, and I am so proud. I'm proud to have accomplished it, but I'm mostly proud of the me who back in that early stage of my business made the money future decision to have a retirement cushion. I would not have that today if that me back then had not had the courage to say, this is what I want for my money future in this area. My point is, time passes. no matter what time passes. So don't keep sitting in your past and don't keep dragging it forward. Oh my gosh. Dump it onto your money messiness list and start making those incredible, awesome, lovely, and amazing decisions about your money future. So money messiness, who cares? You're just one decision away from leaving that in the past. Trust me, you've got this. All right. Thank you for listening. Definitely drop me an email at podcast@kendallsummerhawk.com. Ask me your questions about money, coaching, pricing. I am here for you. I want to start gathering questions, and I'll do a special episode of just answering your questions. So pop a question in the email for me. I would love to hear it. And I will see you here next week for our next episode together. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Money Coach School podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you follow so you never miss an episode. Also, I would so love and appreciate if you would leave a 5-star review. Your review supports women just like you in discovering all of the juicy tips and insights I'm sharing here on how to coach women on money. And if you want to learn how to excel at coaching women on money, definitely go to kendallsummerhawk.com and check out the wealth of money coach trainings that we have for you. Thanks so much for being part of this money coaching movement and for tuning into the show every week.